All right, so I am Devin, and this is Cruise Control, the first ever video of Cruise Control. So this entire YouTube channel is going to be based off of cruises, going on cruises, questions and answers about cruises, all things encompassing a cruise ship that I can figure out, talk about. If you have any questions, ask them. I'm going to hopefully try to answer them. And so we are just excited to make this little channel because I love going on a cruise. I am a carpenter by trade. I own a deck building business, which allows us, thankfully, to go on about 6 cruises, 6 vacations a year, 3 of those being cruises. The other 3 are typically Disney, Universal, that kind of stuff. I'm here in East Tennessee, so we can, thankfully, again, go to Knoxville, McGee-Tyson, and fly out through Allegiant to Florida, to Sanford, and catch a vacation there for like $45 one way. So, we're looking at $100 both ways there and back. And then you're a good 30 minutes away from Port Canaveral or, Universal, Orlando. It's probably a little bit more than 30 minutes, but who cares? Yeah, so that's what this entire video is going to be about, is just kind of introducing myself, introducing me as a person, the channel, the goals of the channel, and then just some fun little facts and stuff. So I grew up pretty poor. My family they're okay with me saying that. They know we grew up poor. That we like to say middle class. It was definitely not middle class. There for a while we grew up and we were living out of charcoal grill on the back porch and a styrofoam cooler with ice in it. More than what some people have, so I'm very thankful for that. But still, that's what we had. So we didn't have the money to go on vacations. We never went to Disney, Universal. We never went out of state, really, to go on a vacation. The only time we went on a vacation was we came here to the Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg area. And it was kind of more or less house hunting. We kind of came down here and started looking for rentals, whether it's a house or a cabin, for long-term rentals, because we were planning on moving here. We lived in Illinois, and this was like 2008 era. And if any of you are from Illinois or up north, 2008 was rough for everybody. It was rough for the whole country, but specifically Illinois. I don't know what happened. A lot of people moved out then, and I think the rates have just continued to decline in that area anyways. So we came here, went on a little vacation, loved it. So my parents were like, let's move, let's do it. They took every dollar they had, packed up everything we had, and moved here. And I'd never been on vacation. I met my now fiance. We both worked together at the time. And she said, hey, let's go on a vacation. I said, well, I can't afford a vacation. I don't make that kind of money. And she said, no, don't worry about it. It's not that expensive. I was like, yeah, okay. A cruise, a vacation, that's not that expensive. You're lying. And I think we ended up going on the Carnival Valor, and this was May of 2023 for, I want to say it was a 5-day cruise. And I think we spent $500 a person. So $100 a day. I was like, well, that's cheap. Like, honestly, I was under the impression that we were going to be spending $2,000 a person to go on a cruise. I didn't know how cheap it would actually be and how good the experience would be. I think price per dollar, you cannot beat a cruise. So we went on the Valor, went to Cozumel, which was a great port to go to. Still one of my favorite ports to go to this day. We went to Cozumel, Progresso, and I can't remember if we went to a third place or not. I really don't remember. Needless to say, though, I was hooked. I loved it. We actually met 2 of our best friends, Chris and Alex. They're from Indiana, and Chris is actually in my wedding when we're getting married here in December. So it turned out to be a great experience. Like, you could just meet people that you've never expected to meet in your life, that you never would meet in your life, but it's just like, kind of like, what are the odds, And so we love cruising. We love it. So after that cruise, I was like, okay, we have to do another one. We went on our second cruise. I couldn't tell you where, when, none of that. And then we went like back to back to back to back. We started cruising once every 3 months. We're going on a cruise at this point. So we just got off of one last week. We're going on one in January. We have 2 back-to-back cruises through Carnival, both out of Miami. So we get off of, I believe, the Horizon, and that's a 7-day cruise. And then we get right back on to the Celebration, which is one of their biggest boats, and that's an 8-day cruise. So I am fired up. I'm really fired up for that, actually. So this whole channel is just going to be based off of my experiences cruising and questions and answers and stuff. So please leave a comment down below and say, hey, what about this? What are your opinions on this? What do you think about this? Do you have any footage of this? Because maybe there's something that we've done that you guys haven't done or you're wanting to do and you want to know more information about it. We've basically only cruised through Carnival. We did one free cruise through MSC, and the cruise itself was beautiful. The ship was amazing. I don't think any cruise ship we ever go on will top how pretty that boat was. It was the MSC Meraviglia, I think is how you say it, and it was out of New York. It went all the way down to Miami, the private islands down there, and then back up to New York. Sadly, the weather was terrible, and we didn't get to really get off the boat except for Miami, and so that kind of sucked. But all around, great boat to be on. Beautiful, beautiful boat. Some activities. The cruise itself was a little different. It was, if I had to guess, 85% Cantonese speaking people. So they actually did all the announcements in Cantonese or Mandarin or whatever, and then did it in English. So it was definitely different. It was like, oh, that's interesting. I had no problem with it, but it was just like, wasn't expecting it. So when we got on the boat, everything was, wrote in, I don't know if you can write in Cantonese or what, but everything was written down in a different language. And then beneath everything was a little fine print of like what it was in English. And so that kind of set the whole like mood for the cruise. It ended up being great though. I mean, it was no problems at all. Loved it. We'll go on another MSC for sure. One thing we realized though is if you're going on an MSC boat, you go on the yacht club. We didn't do it. We had an offer for $500 a person. We're kicking ourselves for not doing it. I think you get 24-hour butler service, private elevators, all you can eat buffets that are different from every other buffet. I mean, it's just a crazy experience if you do that. We didn't do it, so boo us, but hopefully again we will get to go on there and do it again. So yeah, that was just a little bit about me. Carpenter by trade, love going on cruises. Alyssa, my fiance, is an HR generalist, so she works in HR, and she also loves vacationing. I think she likes Disney Universal a lot more than cruises, but I think from where I love cruises and she's like, I'm happy with cruises, we both love doing a cruise. So thankful for her to allow me to do whatever I want on the cruise. And I think I like it so much is because people say I have ADHD or ADD or whatever. I'm sure I have it. I haven't ever gotten tested or anything for it. But I think I like it so much because she can be like getting ready in the room and I can go gamble or I can go swim for a little bit or I can go do this or walk around. And if she wants to relax by the pool, she can. And I can go walk around and do whatever I want. And so that's like the benefit of a cruise is there's always something to do for somebody. Even if you're with a family, like we just got off of ours with a family of 8. And there was never a point where like someone was like, well, I'll just go back to the room. I guess there's nothing to do. Everyone was out doing something, even if it was just sitting in the casino, watching people win or lose money. That was a lot of fun for us too. Another one of my most favorite things about being on a cruise is one, the price, but then the price and the places you're getting to go to. Like if we were to go to an all-inclusive in Cozumel, an all-inclusive resort in Cozumel, we would be spending 5 times the amount of money if it was a half decent one as we would if we were just on a boat stopped at Cozumel for a day. And honestly, I'm one of those people, like I want to explore something for one day and that's good for me. I don't want to sit there for 4 or 5 days in a row and explore it. I know there's some boats that do like overnights where you can sit the next day, which is also really cool. But I don't think I could do like, okay, we're stopped here for 4 days and then we're stopped here for 4 days. Like, I guess I'm on the boat to really get out there and explore and do a bunch of different stuff in like 5 days. I don't want to sleep at all. I want to sleep for 4 hours, wake up exhausted, go drink, and be ready to go again. That's just how I am. And I think if you want to go on a cruise, that's kind of what you either have to be expecting that and ready to do it, or you can be on the total flip side and just sit there and not do any of it and sit there and relax. I think that's a great part of cruising. I will say, if you're still watching to this point, this is a very difficult video to make. I think I have nothing to really talk about. I've made some YouTube videos before and some TikToks and stuff. I have a hard time sitting still, and so me sitting still for this long has been very difficult. So if you've made it to this part, thank you. Just please leave a comment, guys. Let me talk about something. Give me something to talk about. Casino, gambling, money, how to budget for a cruise, Where's the best cruises to take, you know, to what ports and stuff like that. What cruise line is the best? I mean, obviously we've only been on MSC and Carnival. We plan on going on Royal, Celebrity, you know, Princess. We plan on going on every cruise line possible. It's just a matter of finances, and this video is part of the reason why I'm doing that, is because hopefully through YouTube I can make a little bit of money and, you know, get to the point where we can start to pay for cruises this way and make more content. I don't plan on becoming a millionaire through YouTube, although that would be awesome. I think a lot of people have a misconception on YouTube. I think you have to hit 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours before you can even make a dime on it. And I don't see that happening for a while, for me at least, unless this video somehow blows up and all my content does great. But as this is my first time ever doing it, I highly doubt that'll happen. This is Cruise Control. I am Devin, and that's kind of how this whole channel is going to be. Hopefully later on it'll get more and more structured. This video is a very unstructured video. I have no content to talk about. I have nothing in front of me. I didn't even make a game plan. I said I need to make a video and post it. I have a lot of short form content that I'm going to post in the shorts, only because we've been on vacations and stuff like that. But I've never posted a video while we're on a vacation, like a full YouTube video or made one or anything like that. Pretty much everything. I'm Devin. My fiance is Alyssa. And this is Cruise Control. We just talk about cruises and how much we love a cruise and how much we're planning on going on more in the future. And hopefully I can turn this into something. I did say in the beginning, I believe, I said it, I've made this video about 100 times now, and so I don't know what part will stay, what part won't, is goals. And I think a goal of mine is to monetize this YouTube channel and turn it into making some sort of money to eventually pay for cruises so we can make more content and pay for more cruises. I would love to be able to take money out and keep it for myself or whatever, but if I make enough money on YouTube to where I could pay for my vacations, I'll be a very happy person. So if you guys could help me out, leave a comment, a like, a share, subscribe, whatever you can do to help me out. All that stuff, you know, completely free to you, so why not do it and give me a helping hand? But yeah, if you guys want to see anything different, if you guys want to see something else, if there's something specific you want to ask, let me know, and thank you.